Why shoving a jade egg inside of your kitty is not going to relieve the tension that you feel while you're having smex or while you're having a big O experience. So a lot of times when people use a jade egg or a borosilicate egg, you have to be very careful about the type of material. While do not use rose quartz or any other type of stone. Obsidian you can use as well, but again, on energetic purposes, you can reach out to me and I can explain a little more in detail about the different kinds of stones and what they do. So when people do like a Kegel or like a kind of like an exercising, squeeze to build strengthening, which we do want to have pelvic floor strengthening. Typically, what's happening is people are strengthening just in and around here. And as you can see, the pelvic floor has a lot of different muscles here. It's a whole pelvic sling and has a diaphragmatic quality to it. And we really neglect this. And because, many of us work in offices, we're not moving our bodies as much as our body was designed to do. There's a lot of pelvic floor tension. We don't have as much blood flow here, so then therefore we're not experiencing much of the pleasure. And then so we go ahead and add something like this, which is really kind of an advanced practice. So you're putting this in here and then you're squeezing. Now, we already have pelvic floor tension, so this is going to cause even more tension and it's going to be frustrating. So you actually, the way that you pull up and use all of your muscles is almost like you're picking up a cloth. It's kind of going upward like this, pulling up. And there's different segments inside of the vaginal canal, which are going to be your middle and your upper. And I love this practice that I give to my clients where it's this 1, 2, 3 bliss. And it's where you work on these different segments and areas that really help to build the dendrites to move into the different parts of the vaginal canal that contribute to different kinds of orgasmic experiences without having to rely on the head of the clitoris, which is a very classic way for women to discover a certain type of orgasm or pleasure, but also over time and without awareness of how touching self, it can create a lot of tension in the vaginal floor as well. So again, it's not that when you put this in here, it's going to solve all the problems. There's a whole understanding of how to work with this. And in my program, Resilient Erotica, and why I call it Resilient Erotica is because we are in the era of building resilient erotic relationships. We need to have strong foundational partnerships, and that include eros and smex. We need to be having a temple space inside of the bedroom that we take everything in. And this is really missing, and it's impacting our communities. It's impacting the children that we decide to have or not, our friends' children. It's a really big deal. Inside of Resilient Erotica, you learn how to have slow entry and to de-armor all of the tension that has been placed inside of the vaginal canal entrance, which has a lot to do with penetration, pain. There can be a lot of emotional store here, a lot of past experiences that clamp down in tension from earlier times as a young child or a teenager and what you learned on how your body is. This has to be de-armored to relax, to allow restorative penetration if that's something that you desire to experience in your lifetime. So click the link in the bio. You can book a free call. I'm happy to guide you through on what is actually really going on and what that road to success is. I also have a free newsletter and I send out practices and go into shared stories and experiences that really help to put the light on what resilient erotic relationships, what it takes to have that.